What's cracking, everybody, and welcome to a very special episode 172 of the Good Kraken podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Ernell Pearson, alongside the inevitable one, Devin Stanford. What's happening, baby?
Sight.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Your loudest
what's
for your
up, West
t-shirt.
Coast, West Coast. I know.
I like it. Devin, how's your week going? How's your Thanksgiving, my man?
I think it was good. I went and spent some time with some family. We all made a bunch of food. We had the stuffing, we had the turkey, we had the ham, we got the mashed potatoes, you got the oven baked mac and cheese. We had all the hors d'oeuvres beforehand. Cheese and crackers with the summer sausage.
Crackers,
those little. Those little tiny pickles, some olives.
Pickles, yeah.
It was a good time. Had some good drinks. I brought my Switch over, so we all played Switch sports. We were doing it got wild. Me and my brother were doing badminton, and it was just back and forth. It was funny.
It was wild. Yeah, I bet that sure sounds wild, man.
It was wild. No, it was a good time. We had fire pits going, played darts, and hot tub. It was a good time.
Sure sounds like it, Devin. I'm glad it was a good time for you, doggy dog. You know what I'm saying? We all deserve a good Thanksgiving around here. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Nice good old Thanksgiving.
I love giving my thanks.
Okay. We also have the man, the myth, the legend, the one who's thankful for everything. We got DJ What's up, Ninja? What's up, doggy dog?
It's going good. It's going all right. It's been raining for the past few days. It's been overcast, and I've been sleeping in. Got a lot of time to relax.
How's your Thanksgiving?
It was all right. I mean, we just had lunch and we ate hot pot. My siblings came over, but I'm kind of jealous everyone else got to eat really good, and I
hot pot's pretty fucking fire. So
I don't really like hot pot like that. So,
wow. But you grew up on that shit though, right? You probably been doing it.
We don't have hot pot often.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. When I wake up, I don't usually eat lunch. It's just I don't have the appetite.
Wait, hold on. When you wake up, you don't eat lunch? Do you wake up at
12
o'clock
during the day?
casually?
I usually eat towards 3 to 5.
Do you just casually out here waking up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon? And he's like, oh yeah, no, it's
11:30. But yeah, you could say 1 o'clock.
So you just don't eat until the evening time?
Yeah, basically. Most of the time. If I wake up early for school, yeah, I'll eat lunch, but that's because I need to.
It sounds to me like we gotta ship you some Thanksgiving food.
I would like some. I rarely have Thanksgiving food.
Come out here, and it doesn't matter what time of year. I'll just make some Thanksgiving food.
There you go. We'll just do that. We'll just take
care of it. It doesn't have that. It doesn't have that oomph if it's not Thanksgiving.
We'll come out here next year.
Yeah, next year.
Next year, for sure.
We get that good Kraken Thanksgiving, that good Cracksgiving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, good Cracksgiving. We'll live stream it too. I'll show you guys how to make good mashed potatoes.
Yeah, we'll set up the framing so it looks like the Last Supper. Everyone's on the
exactly. Yeah.
Yo. Okay. I have a question.
Yeah.
What is everybody's dish that they personally make if they're gonna make something for a dish?
For me, it's guaranteed candied yams and green bean casserole.
So I make mashed potatoes, but I have a process. My goal with mashed potatoes.
You boil them and then you mash them, and then
stick them in a stew. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Anyway,
potatoes.
No, I do boil them, but here's the thing: I take a bag of red skin potatoes, right? I boil half the bag to a soft consistency, and then I boil the other half to a almost soft, but still kind of got that potato chunk to it. And I mash them together, so it's still it's got that creaminess with the chunk of the potato in it. But I put cream cheese, shredded Parmesan cheese, Italian herbs, extra basil, extra rosemary, crack black pepper, sea salt,
crack pepper.
cracked black pepper.
Kraken pepper.
Yeah, Kraken pepper. But I put all that in, and then I put it into oh god, what am I crock pot.
Love those. Oh,
I put it into a crock pot and I let it slow cook with all the ingredients in it for like 4 hours on the lowest setting possible.
You slow cook your mashed potatoes.
Potatoes?
No, dude.
Like, it's just mashed
Everybody
potatoes, right?
for the past few years, everybody has said that. Oh, and I put green onion in it too. And everybody said that this is the best mashed potatoes they've ever had for the last few years.
All right. Well, I'll
bringing-
believe
I'm
it when
bringing
I
paper
fucking
plates.
have it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's
I'm
go.
bringing paper plates and napkins.
I'll make it for you. I guarantee you.
Good Cracksgiving 2023. We're trying it. All right, we're gonna make this.
Dude,
happen.
yeah, 100. Dude, I make them all the time like that. Like I love making those mashed. I'm not even gonna, on God.
On God. Wow.
On God.
On God.
He threw it out. He threw it out there.
Yeah,
Well,
on
we
God.
don't need God around here. We need entertainment because this is the Good Kraken Podcast, your choice for all the nerdy video game and pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you, not God, want to hear live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturdays at 12 p.m. If you're on this wave, you can head on over to our Discord channel where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive content, and have early access episodes before they go live on podcasts and video services across the digital sea.
Yerg.
But if you've emptied your pockets for the latest and greatest in entertainment, that is totally fine. You can watch us record the show live right here at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show. If you have Amazon Prime, you also have Twitch Prime. We would love for you to give that to us to help keep us pushing content out for all of you listening or watching at home. But you can also support us by going to our YouTube channel, by clicking that beautiful bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Good Kraken with an exclamation mark and leaving a review there. Thank you. DJ!
Yeah.
We have some captain's orders, my friend. Guys, year 3 of Good Kraken is right around the corner. We have 1 month until year 3 begins, and we are here for it. It's going to be a good time. But in the meantime, please go rate us on Spotify and review us on Apple Podcasts to help us push the algorithm out to other podcast listeners so that we can grow the size of the aquarium, as one Devin, the 5-star man Stanford, as once said. We go ahead.
Join our aquarium and splash in the pond.
Splash in the pond. Okay. I like that one marginally less than I do the aquarium one. Well, I'm okay with it.
The aquarium implies that you are trapped. The pond implies that you are free.
No, you're still trapped in a pond, Devin.
It's bigger than an aquarium.
Finding Nemo, they didn't get out of that dental office just to go into a pond. They wanted the ocean, Devin.
Ponds can get pretty big.
What if you're a freshwater fish? Come on.
Ponds can get pretty big, or no? You understand all these neighborhoods that claim they have a lake next to them? It's a fucking pond.
Yeah. Listen to DJ. He lives in Louisiana. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah,
we know
they don't have
waterways
ponds. They have
because
swamps.
I'm right next to a waterway.
they have marshes there. That's great. This is wonderful.
They have
It's
ponds
called a
and
bayou,
rivers.
brother.
It's got
the
a bayou.
the bayou.
Get them gators and them shrimp.
Speaking of buying you guys can join us on December 8th at 4:30 p.m. for our live reactions to the 2022 Game Awards. We're going to be here. We're going to be live doing our live reactions to the Game Awards this year. And oh boy, is it a good one. In the meantime, though, before we get to that date, you guys can check out our last episode of the Good Kraken podcast where we put in our official votes for the Game Awards for 2022. So we will be going in there. We'll be watching. You guys can hang out with us. Go watch that episode leading up to Game Awards on December 8th. And we can start talking shop from there. But in the meantime, everyone, we're going to get right into the nitty gritty because today we have a solo review episode for one Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. Oh boy. Was it a holiday special? I'll tell you what. Released November 25th, 2022. That was yesterday. Oh, wow. Wow, it just came out, guys. We're on top of it. Directed by the legendary James Gunn. We did not have a budget or box office available for this bad boy, but we do have a runtime of 44 minutes. Short little banger. That's all we need. That's all we need.
Short banger.
I could
Guys,
have personally, I could have gotten 15 more minutes.
same. Definitely same. I feel the same. Well, I mean, like Werewolf by Night was like 50 minutes. That felt good. That felt good.
Perfect.
Yeah, good old time. Good old time. Some fun facts for you guys here. In December 2020, Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige announced the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, a television special featuring the Guardians of the Galaxy to be written and directed by James Gunn, the writer and director of the Guardians of the Galaxy films. The holiday special was the first piece of content Marvel Studios planned to create for Disney Plus and was originally conceived by Gunn during the production of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 in 2017. Gunn stated that the special would be live action and canon to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and noted that he had been a fan of the Star Wars Holiday Special and animated Christmas specials such as Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and How the Grinch Stole Christmas as a child. You can tell. You can definitely tell.
You can. Yeah.
Gunn called the holiday special one of my favorite stories ever, quote unquote, with a story, quote, as crazy and fun as can be, that he had bugged Kevin Feige endlessly about over the years. Gunn finished the script in April 2021 after initially writing the treatment years ago. It took Gunn a few hours to write the script, and he noted that featuring Kevin Bacon was a quick inclusion once he had figured out the story for the special, excuse me. God damn,
Legendary Earth hero Kevin Bacon.
Legendary Earth hero Kevin Bacon. Yeah.
Funny little man.
Piece of shit. No. Filming for the special had begun by February 2022 in Trillet Studios in Atlanta, Georgia, under the working title Pop-Tart. It occurred during the later portion of production of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which lasted from November 2021 until May 2022, and used the same sets as that film. The special was originally supposed to be shot during Volume 3's initial production time in 2019, before several production delays. A day of filming in Los Angeles for the special had been expected by early January 2022, but did not occur due to COVID-19 Omicron variant. Filming occurred around the Atlanta Country Club in late March, with various Christmas-themed decorations being used, and at the TCL Chinese Theater in Hollywood April 28th with Batista and Clementif. Oh boy. Goddamn. COVID ruined everything for us. The last couple here for us, guys. Cosmo the Space Dog has been a recurring background presence in the Guardians of the Galaxy films, initially introduced as one of the collector's treasures. The Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special transforms him into a more comic book accurate form, granting him / her a voice unit, the power of telekinesis. Excuse me. In the comics, Cosmo is a test animal for the Soviet space program who is mutated by cosmic rays. Gunn has confirmed Cosmos' increased role is important for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which will reveal Rocket Raccoon's origin story. It's reasonable to assume that Cosmo, like Rocket, will have been experimented on by a villain named the High Evolutionary, who will be played by Chukwudi Iwuji. I am so weirdly excited for Volume 3.
Can I say this right now?
Yeah.
The fact that you haven't played Guardians of the Galaxy yet.
Get fucked
hey,
up.
me and you are now. Hey,
Get fucked up. Let's go, man.
No. DJ. He literally owns a physical copy of it, and he hasn't played it.
Well, what if he just likes it for display?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly it.
So he can lie to people that he has played it. Since he has it.
It's open now. You guys made me open it on stream. I opened it. So
yeah, you were supposed to play it.
In the opening scene of the new Disney Plus special, the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, Peter Quill is approached by a band of space aliens who have been practicing on a set of newfangled Earth instruments they were recently gifted. The band is known as the Old 97s, pioneers of the Texas-based alt-country movement in the mid to late 1990s, before evolving into a more pop style in the 2000s, and just so happened to be one of director James Gunn's most favorite bands. Along with his group later in the film, were also presented by Kevin Bacon's second lesser-known talent, performing music in his band, the Bacon Brothers, with his brother, Michael Bacon. There's a big old tray of bacon out here, boys.
Yeah, a lot of bacon.
Excuse me, can I get a side of bacon with my bacon?
So, two things out of all these fun facts.
Okay.
I want Pop Tarts and I want some bacon now.
God damn, I know, right? I know, you know what I'm saying? Pop-Tarts and bacon. Give me that backing Pop-Tart. You know what I'm saying?
I want a
That
funny
sounds
little
like
man. Can I get a funny little man?
Give me a
from
funny
this
little
week?
man.
Funny little man.
Hey,
I fucking love his delivery of that. I'm a funny little
you
man.
can have this now. Does that mean we're even?
And they're like, sure. Anyways, guys, let's talk shop. Our official spoiler-free review of Guardians of the Galaxy, the holiday special. Devin, what were your top-level thoughts?
It's definitely a Christmas special. They definitely make their own Christmas song right off the bat, and it definitely lasts a little longer than it should.
Absolutely lasts longer than it definitely should.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can tell it was on purpose.
Oh yeah. James Gunn wanted us to cringe a little bit, and I think that's like okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward story. Obviously, you can tell from the trailer that they're trying to get Kevin Bacon as a Christmas present for Peter Quill.
They sure are.
Because Peter Quill talks about Footloose a lot.
A lot, actually.
Yeah, a ton.
Which really isn't that great of a movie in the first place. But
Okay,
anyways,
all right, hold on.
You're pushing it. Now you're pushing it. Kevin Bacon's a legendary hero.
He's a
and look,
legendary.
I only said it just to get it, everybody knows.
Yep.
But it's a fun little story. It's a quick story. I personally would have liked to see a little bit more elaborated, and it does introduce Cosmo, like we talked about earlier, which is exciting, seeing Cosmo as a character. Not quite the voice I pictured with Cosmo, especially. Yeah, no, it's good, but it's if you played the game, you'd understand.
Okay.
Yeah, game's overrated.
No, it's not, dude. It got best narrative of 2021.
That was the worst thing
of the year,
DJ could have
so
said.
it sucks.
It should have won Game of the Year. Should have won
It
Game of the Year.
didn't win Game of the Year, so it
That was
sucks.
Dude,
good.
by
That
that
was good,
logic,
DJ.
if Elden Ring loses Game of the Year, or if God of
Well, then
War
I'll stand by it. I'll stand by it. You know what I'm saying?
right, that's
Anyways.
that's DJ's opinion.
Anyways.
If it wins Game of the Year, it's the best game of all time.
But it was fun. It definitely didn't have any like huge repercussions in the overall Marvel Cinematic Universe, which I'm pretty sure James Gunn said it would, just to like kind of mess with people a little bit, because he can be kind of a troll a little bit.
Doesn't, but it kind of does. I mean, like they
Well, I
do-
mean, the most impact it has is introducing Cosmo.
and the big reveal at the end, which I think was like kind of like we just kind of insinuated that like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Which again, spoiler free, so I don't want to ruin that for anybody. But
Yeah.
I mean, there's a couple things it does that have a little bit of an echo. But you're right though, it doesn't have a massive impact, right? Which I think is the point you're trying to make. So
Yeah. But it is fun. It's quick. If you don't watch it now, definitely watch it around the holiday. I'd say it might be a little bit more fun closer to Christmas. Honestly, like I'll definitely throw it on again. Like Christmas time.
Oh, sure.
At get-togethers or whatever. Especially because it's only 44 minutes. It'll be a quick run. I mean, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
know
Yeah.
how else to
No, that's,
elaborate, I enjoyed it. It's definitely Christmas.
yeah. No, for sure. I like it. DJ, what were your top level thoughts on Guardians of the Galaxy, the holiday special?
It was fun. This is my kind of first foray into Christmas shit. So
Christmas shit.
I mean, because I never watched a lot of Christmas movies growing up, so I'm kind of getting some of that nuance, like, oh yeah, this is supposed to be kind of corny and like, cheesy, like Christmas stuff, right?
Chill says hydrate.
Oh, hydrate.
Wow.
Thank you, Surreal. How you doing, baby? I love you. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm picking up on that sort of stuff. It was funny, just seeing Dave Bautista say "funny little man." At
every turn, and it never got old.
Yeah, it never gets old. It never gets old. I fucking love it. And then the plot to get Kevin Bacon, That was kind of cool. Kevin Bacon just running around, canon, just running around in fucking Guardians of the Galaxy in fucking
Yep.
nowhere.
Yep.
Um, I like the musical number from that band. I can see why it's James Gunn's favorite band. I guess it was cool. It was a little cool. Um, little interactions with the main characters, like Buck Rocket getting Bucky's arm. Uh,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
that was funny.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Uh, and and Groot being fucking buff, did buff
Yeah,
Groot.
he's
Fucking
swole.
love it. He's swole. He's working out his young adult angst with just by working out. Um, but yeah, uh, yeah, I'll probably watch this more at Christmas time. I'll probably pull it up somewhere if I'm
For sure.
holding a Christmas party. Yeah,
For sure. I like it. Yeah, I mean, like, the movie was fine. I think that as
fine.
a special, it did its job. I mean, like, as a Christmas special, they took a couple characters that we didn't get to really sit with a whole lot in the last Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and I think that was done purposefully, so that we could spend a little bit more time with Drax and Mantis. Um,
Mhm.
and see their relationship sort of flourish a little bit more, because they're obviously sort of like love interests, right? Like, you can kind of like tell that that's kind of what they're ploying at. I saw Xander the other day tweet that like that Drax and Mantis's relationship is like beat for beat Xander and Queen Jackie's, and I could not
Yeah.
agree more. I could not agree more. I can totally picture Xander saying something extremely stupid and Jackie being done with it, but she loves him, so
Mm.
she continues to kick it. I thought that their relationship in this movie was endearing, and obviously made the story for what it is. Having Kevin Bacon be Kevin Bacon as a character in this was
Kevin Bacon and
just wonderful. Like, I thought that was like, at first I was like, this is gonna be such a fucking stupid gimmick thing, but you know what? No, like, I was here for it front to back. They did a really good job of like integrating him into the story as Kevin Bacon. But this little like dinky, dopey adventure that like Drax and like Mantis go on, I thought was a whole lot of fun. The song at the beginning does go on longer than it should. It was a little
it
bit
does.
cringy, and it made my skin crawl a little bit. I was like, okay, we can stop this now, right? And nope, they did not. They certainly did not stop it. Uh, the song at the end, I think, didn't feel shorter, but because it was better, I think that it was like okay. It was more redeemable
Well,
because they
it
had
was mixed
more.
in with like other shit.
They had more
Like
stuff going
other,
on, right? So like
Yeah,
it wasn't quite like the intro
like it was
one
it,
where it was
it
like
transferred to
credits.
background music for some of the dialogue. For sure.
Yeah, and the first one did not do that, unfortunately.
Yeah, it
It
was
was
like it was. We were all Peter Quill at that one. It was like, oh, it's still going.
like,
It's
can we
it's
you can
still
yeah.
definitely
going.
stop. You can definitely stop, guys. It's all right.
No.
But yeah, I mean, for the most part, I think that this did its job. I at first was a little weirded out about the animated intro.
Yeah,
Sort
I
of.
thought I clicked on the wrong thing.
Yeah, no, me too. I was like, wait, they're really doing. I thought like a big chunk of it was gonna end up being like Frosty the Snowman animated, but no. I mean, thankfully they reverted it. I think they just kind of did that because the budget for having uh well, having those
Uh,
characters in that
yeah,
part would have probably been over the budget for a special, but that's okay. I mean, the thing is though is that the rest of this movie feels high budget still, like, which
yeah,
is kind of remarkable that they like made this special feel as like Guardians of the Galaxy as possible, like, because it isn't like obviously some crazy space epic. They didn't have to do a whole bunch of like wild things that would be
yeah,
demanding for a higher budget, but it still felt like a Guardians of the Galaxy like piece of entertainment, and I think that's kind of why I ended up liking it as much as I did. Um, it's a dopey Christmas story, and
Mhm.
I think
sure.
that's kind of all we really needed from this was a fun, goofy little like Christmas story that could sort of like bridge us from what happened in Endgame and Love and Thunder to what's going on with the Guardians now, which is arguably a big time jump, a big time jump, because we see now that like again, like try not to dive too deep into spoilers or anything like that, but like they own Nowhere now, and
Yeah.
uh, that insinuates that the Collector lived through Endgame. That insinuates that now Cosmo's part of the Guardians of the Galaxy. We see Groot all grown up now. Well, not all grown up, but he's like early adulthood, right? Like,
Yeah.
He's
um,
he's like
fucking
done with
buff.
high school. He's like starting college, you
yeah,
know.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. He's fucking
He's hitting
buff
the
as
weights.
shit. Yeah, he's been getting those gains, dude. It's been gains o'clock over at Grootland, man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
That's the
what.
funniest
But
thing I've seen. Just like Groot, like just be fucking buff as shit.
I just love how they threw in the line that they throw in every movie. Like he goes, "I am Groot," and then you hear him go, "Oh, come on, you shouldn't say that."
so good, man. So good. Surreal, how cute. I want to watch it. You absolutely should. I do think that and we'll get into it a little bit deeper later. I think this is worth watching. I would maybe say that it is more suited for closer to Christmas. I'm a little shocked that they didn't put it out closer to Christmas, to be completely honest with you. Like having it this early in the year, I guess I'm sure. I mean, like make it more readily available for people going into actual Christmas season, but I mean, like they waited until Black Friday. I guess. I guess that's totally fine. But, anyways, though,
Yeah.
so some questions I have for you guys here. So, Devin,
Yeah.
did this feel as much of a Guardians of the Galaxy experience for me as it did it feel the same way for you in that sense?
I mean, the characters were true to their nature and stuff like that. You know, especially Drax. Like, you know,
Yeah.
tickles. Oh, stop! I'm gonna pee myself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, but like, it's okay. You know, it was Guardians of the Galaxy, but it wasn't Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, it could have, for me, an extra 15 minutes with like some more space stuff would have made it a little bit more on the nose for me. It was a Christmas story. That it definitely has Christmas things. It's definitely feels made for TV. Where I feel like Werewolf by Night felt more cinematic,
Oh,
in
sure.
the terms
Okay.
of specials. So it didn't have. I think I might have overhyped myself for it, if I'm going to be personally honest.
Okay.
Because
Okay. That's
because
fair.
I really enjoy Guardians Volume 1 and 2, and and the appearances, and Infinity War and Endgame and everything. So
Yeah.
you know,
Okay. I got you.
yeah. So but it's still worth a watch. It's a quick 44 minutes. It's straight to the point, and yeah.
DJ, I want to ask you. So we got
Mhm.
to see way more personality out of Mantis in this quick 44-minute special here. Um, did you feel like you needed that for that character? Did that resonate with you having Mantis be a little bit more
Um,
prominent, or do you feel like that was something more than what you actually really needed?
uh, a little bit of both. It's like I wanted more and I got that more, but also I realized like this is stuff that I did not want.
Yeah, sure,
You know what
sure,
I mean?
sure.
Like you know you wanted it, but once you got it, you're like it's like buyer's remorse. You're like, yeah, I don't know.
Oh shit.
Um, but I mean, it was cool. Like you can kind of see like how Mantis, um, the way Mantis acts is because she's been hanging around with the Guardians a lot more.
Mhm.
And you can definitely tell by like how their interactions with Drax is very they're like bouncing off of each other, kind of like forming this little ball of chaos type of thing.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, it was I watched the first, volume 1, volume 2, and, personally, I can't remember anything from those movies. I remember I enjoyed watching them, but I can't remember a single thing. But this special does make me wanna go back and watch it, but to be honest, if I went back and watched it, I'll watch it for 5 minutes, I'll remember everything in the movie, and then I'll turn it off.
It'd be totally fine for there. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, yeah.
um, Devin, for you, really quick too, before we kind of like dive into connection stuff here, was this the take on Cosmo that you wanted? I know, like we've been talking about this Cosmo, the space dog for a while now, off and on when it comes to Guardians. But like, was this the take on Cosmo that you were looking for?
Not really, because I really like the Cosmo that we got in the video game. And I know the video game is completely separate from,
Sure.
the MCU, but the take that they pulled in that with the voice acting and everything, it was just like I loved it. I loved it. Like where's my Russian accent? Come on.
Oh,
Come on.
you wanted Russian Soviet Union.
Yeah, she had a Russian accent at
I
the
know.
end.
I know.
Yeah.
She didn't
yeah.
it didn't pop out in the beginning, but at the end you hear a little bit of the accent.
Well,
come
so
out.
the accent.
It's still not the same.
So the woman who does the voice for Cosmo in this, which is actually an interesting choice because I'm seeing some things that are saying that like because the voice is a woman that inherently makes Cosmo like a girl dog, but I don't think that that's the case, to be completely honest. I think that it can very much just be like, okay, that's fine, right? Like, but
Yeah.
but the voice is done by Maria Bakalova, the Bulgarian actress, but she plays as the wife in Borat.
Okay.
Yeah. So weird because we haven't seen her in anything in a really long time. It's kind of goofy to have her pop up in this.
But she does a good job. Like she has that
Yeah.
airiness to like little innocent dog thing going on.
I think that
Cosmo favorite character right now.
Oh yeah, Cosmo was a lot of fun. Cosmo was a lot of fun. I do want to say that like because I haven't played the Guardians of the Galaxy game, I do want to say that the Russian dog thing would probably hit more for me. Like, to be completely honest, yeah, I can see where that would be it for you.
Can you make me a promise?
Okay,
When you finish God of War, can you play this game?
no, I can't promise.
Why?
That. I can't
Why?
promise that. I'll try, but I can't promise. Because once I'm done with God of War, I have to start up Callisto Protocol. How about this? Okay, I will have it beat by 2024.
No, it's not that long of a game. It's not that long.
How long is the campaign? How long is the campaign? Of that?
Let's look it up. I don't think it's more than like 18 or 20 hours.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see it, Devin.
17 and a half hours.
Okay. All right. Well, I already hit that in God of War, so I guess technically I could probably knock out Guardians. I'll see. We'll see. We'll see how long Callisto Protocol ends up going for.
Dude, I'm just saying they're more comic book accurate in this game.
Yeah.
And I think you'll enjoy it.
They're not connected to the MCU, Dev.
Neither is fucking Spider-Man on PlayStation.
Yeah, that's a good game though.
Yeah, so is Guardians. It won Best Narrative.
That's fair. Okay. All right. We'll see how it goes. That one. I promise. DJ. So we got a lot of Mantis, but we don't get a lot of some of our other Guardians in this movie, including one Chris Pratt as Star-Lord. And as we know here, we love us some MCU. We love us some Guardians of the Galaxy. We don't love us some Chris Pratt. But we do love us some Rocket Raccoon and some Groot. Devin says that he wants an extra 15 minutes on this movie. Do you think that we should have got some more Rocket and Groot? Or have we spent more than enough time with
Yes.
Not an extra 15, maybe 5 more minutes, because or how about this? We get the 15, but we cut out a little bit of the other shit that was already in there, and then we spice it in.
Okay.
And then, we'll still hit the 44-minute run timer without adding a little bit more. Because, like, 44, like, I was watching this, and I'm like, this is supposed to, like, I'm, like, moving my mouse around. I'm like, there's still a little bit left. Like, I'm checking how much time there's left in this special.
Sure.
So, yeah, I think that's what I would do, personally.
Devin, I feel you trying to chime in. Go ahead.
The 15 minutes I would have want is to see how Nova got Rocket Raccoon's present.
Yeah, which
that would be cool.
DJ mentioned earlier, it's Bucky's arm. We're already past that river, unfortunately. DJ,
what? It's all over TikTok, man. I saw it before I even saw the special.
Okay, all right, fair enough. There's So actually that perfectly leads into my last question here, that before we kind of go into our final thoughts and official score. And Devin, you're gonna love this part because we're gonna put on our tinfoil hats here a little bit. So we have a good handful of Easter eggs that happen in this movie between Bucky's arm, between them now owning Nowhere, between Cosmo being present, and now, with the fun facts that we had earlier, finding that Cosmo is going to be more pivotal towards Rocket Raccoon's like origin story here. What do you see? How much more of a time jump do you see between this and Guardians Volume 3? And what do you think those implications are?
See, I I don't know what the what the time jump really is or how far away it is. We know that Nova has connections directly to the Avengers. Nova was working with the Avengers all throughout Endgame, right?
Right.
Directly. So I just want to know how she got that fucking arm. Honestly, like, because that ain't gonna be easy.
Nope, sure ain't. It sure ain't. It
Sure
sure
looked
ain't. But
easy. Sure looked
Yeah,
easy.
it
Just
looked
wasn't
like
easy.
it, but we know Bucky's a super soldier, man. He's like the same shit as
I
fucking
mean,
Cap.
she caught Kevin Bacon, so I mean,
I feel like
Okay.
he has his old arm in uh Captain America and the Winter Soldier, Falcon the Winter Soldier. Um
Okay. Do you think this takes place before Winter Soldier?
oh,
I mean, Falcon
absolutely
and the Winter
not.
Soldier.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No. I mean, especially
Mm.
especially because of what recently they put up Spider-Man Far From Home on Disney Plus, and they put that in the chronological timeline as immediately after Falcon the Winter Soldier. And we saw Love and Thunder is after Far From Home, but this like Groot in Love and Thunder is still a teenager. And like
Yeah,
now
yeah.
he's like college Groot, right? Like we were talking about earlier. This has to be way further down the road, right?
Yes and no. I mean, he's growing at an accelerated rate because it's not like Love and Thunder is that much longer after Endgame, because they're still talking about Thanos stuff a lot. It's
Yeah.
probably it's probably I'm gonna guess 6 to 12 months after Love and Thunder. I'm
Okay.
gonna guess not that long
Okay.
because at the same time they're still searching for Gamora in the beginning of Love and Thunder, right? And they still
Yeah.
haven't found Gamora. Um, let's see. I'm trying to think of like other Easter eggs that I saw that have. When they were going to the bar when they're roaming around Hollywood. I don't know if you saw the marquee, but it said Kingo's Christmas, and that's
It
when Camille
did.
Nanjiani
Yeah,
from
from
Eternals.
Eternals. Yep,
Yep, yep,
100%. They also had John Cena on the little map of stars, the
yeah,
grid
yeah.
thing that they run through John Cena on there being one of James Gunn's friends from Peacemaker.
Mhm.
Some fun stuff over there, but yeah, I mean, like the implications could be vast, right? Now, what we
Mhm.
do know is, based on people's reactions from D23, that this next volume 3 Guardians of the Galaxy is supposed to hit the same way that Wakanda Forever did, where it's supposed to be way more serious of a tone. The trailer had people crying apparently because of some stuff that we see regarding Rocket and his origin story. DJ, what do you want to see from volume 3 Guardians of the Galaxy?
um, I I I think that's what I want to see, like more serious tone. I think that's what everyone wants, really. Like, yeah, band of space comrades. We're going out in fucking space,
Hmm.
space epics, shit like that. But I want to see this more serious tone. I want to see some like actual grave implication. I want to see, you know, uh, like a better like phrase or term. I want to see some of these characters get hurt. I want to see them, you know. I want to see these actors, emotionally like respond to these type of things, these different themes and shit like that. It will add more depth to their characters. Instead of just being like, oh, it's the fun movie. It's the fun movie in the it's
That's
the
for
fun
sure.
Marvel movie.
That's for sure. I like it. I like it, dude.
And I'm sure all the actors want that as well. They want to open up their chops to be more than just the fun characters.
You guys see that Chris Hemsworth doesn't want to come back as Thor unless they like massively change like his character route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
He did
blame
not
him.
love Love and Thunder.
No,
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. You know, I'm starting to think too. Remember, Drax was also talking about the his cousin being killed by a robot and stuff.
GoBots specifically.
Yeah.
GoBots.
Well, there's the theory that it was either a homage to GoBots, or he could be talking about the Kree Sentry bots.
Sentinels. Yeah.
Yep, which I think would be a lot more likely, especially since we're moving towards X-Men and mutants and stuff like that, which I think that would be more of the implication with what we have moving forward. So like we know that they put these small little hints here and there, like, you know, it's like with Miss Marvel, it's like a mutation.
Yeah, no, 100%.
They're really like trying to put a little taste of mutant stuff in every single thing now. We saw it in She-Hulk, you know, we saw it more recently with
Namor.
Namor. Yeah. So I personally think it's more leaning on that route, because it's not like they're going to combine Transformers and fucking Marvel. That would piss everybody off.
Yeah, I know, right? Right? Seriously. All right, boys. Well, I want to get into our final thoughts of should people be watching this, or what you're going to be rating it. But before we do, I want everyone to have a word from our sponsors.
This piece of good Kraken content is brought to you by Glide mousepads. The world is changing, and the demand for PC gaming and work from home setups has never been as wild as it is right now. Having the best of the best in PC accessories only makes it easier to get your work done before you jump right back into the fray of the digital sea. And Glide knows exactly how to make that happen for you. Glide Mousepads is the future industry leader in mousepads, offering beautiful, smooth, waterproof products made with eco-friendly materials and non-slip rubber in a variety of sizes that are guaranteed to help you get that next win. Now, if you're like me and you spend a lot of time in your command center, whether it's streaming, editing, or designing, you need a quality mousepad that can keep up with that constant grind. You can go to glidemousepads.com right now and use code KRAKEN for 15% off the Founders Edition mousepad in every size available. Again, that's code KRAKEN, KRAKEN, for 15% off any Founders Edition mousepad today.
Our next sponsor is Rogue Energy. Late nights are pretty much commonplace for us content creators, and any of us here at GK can attest that sometimes you're just too damn tired to even think about how not to be tired any longer. Lucky for us, though, Rogue has figured out how to give those late nights and even earlier mornings the supercharge that we all need. Rogue Energy is a low-calorie, no-sugar energy formula that is the perfect alternative to sugar-filled canned energy drinks and sodas. Every formula Rogue Energy produces is designed with optimal levels of high-quality ingredients and no chalky textures. Being the only gaming drink company in the world with 4 unique product lines to suit your task at hand, Rogue Energy strives to improve the in-game performance of gamers, streamers, and content creators around the globe. Check it. We have been drinking the ever-living crap out of this stuff. If I'll be completely honest with you, me, Devin, Garrick, Xander, Raven, Genesee, all of us here at GK absolutely adore this drink. It helps us in the mornings, helps us in the evenings. You guys know how it is. We've been going on about this forever, and it is no exception now. It's still taking care of us to this day. You can head on over to rogueenergy.com and use code GKRAKEN for 10% off your purchase of any shaker or formula tub of your choosing. That's GKRAKEN for 10% off any shaker or formula tub that you'd like. Now, back to the show. So, Devin, my friend, you want to talk about a couple little things. Let's be quick about it. So what do you got?
So we've already mentioned Bucky's arm. If for everybody else, that arm is made of vibranium. What if this has an implication for Volume 3? You know, since we were just going over what could happen, what if this ends up being some sort of weapon or object or piece of armor or something that he turns into? Because we know that this movie is going to focus on his origin story. So what if this is something for him specifically?
Yeah, could be
something to definitely think about. Also, if you notice when they introduce Cosmo, there's a relationship already there between Rocket and Cosmo. You know?
Yeah, which is why
So-
I think having Cosmo there is why James Gunn was saying that it's going to have more implications for Rocket specifically going into
Mhm.
Guardians
Yeah.
3. It makes sense that they both could have potentially been involved with the High Evolutionary in some way or another, which, I mean, the High Evolutionary is a pretty fucked up being. So it's like,
Yeah.
it very much could have been some weird science experiments. It could have been a lot of different things. I mean, we're talking like two animals that were very obviously taken from Earth, and the High Evolutionary could have forced them to get their abilities, you know?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. I mean, Rocket Raccoon is cybernetic in a lot of ways too.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
with implants and stuff like that. So yeah, I'd like to see that elaborated more, which I'm sure is kind of, low hanging fruit. But yeah.
I'm sure we will see it. In the meantime, though, Devin, should people watch this right away? And what is your official rating?
I don't know about right away, but definitely, coming to the holidays, 13 days till Christmas,
Sure. Sure.
yeah, I definitely I'm going to watch it again around then. Um, and it is a special. It's not gonna, take up your whole day or anything like that. It's only 44 minutes. So it's worth a watch. I'd give it a 7.
Okay. I like it. DJ, should people watch this right away? And what is your rating?
I think people should. I think you should watch it right away. If you're a big Marvel buff, you should. If you haven't already. Um, and I feel like it's a great way to jumpstart your holiday season. I mean, it's not the best thing in the world, but it'll get you started, easing into this mystical Christmassy season that we've dubbed at GK unanimously as our favorite
Crackmas.
time of the year. Unanimous,
Unanimous! Unanimous, gentlemen!
uh, and I would give it a 7.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think people should definitely watch it right away. It's fun. It's a goofy little like Christmas experience, and if you and your family are Marvel fans, like it will hit the right spot. I think don't go into this expecting it to be anything more than just a goofy little Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas movie, because that's exactly what it is, front to back. They mentioned Christmas probably a good 40 times in this little special. So keep that in mind. This is not a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. It is a Marvel holiday special
Christmas,
with Guardians of the Galaxy in it. Like so that's what it is. With that said, yeah, I highly agree. I think a 7 out of 10 is perfect for this movie. Unanimous.
Unanimous 7.
Yeah, and I think this movie's fine. It's fine for what it is. It's a very okay movie, and like I don't think it really needed to ever be anything more than that. So that is totally fine with us. So guys, thankfully that is our final score. Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special gets a 7 out of 10 from Good Kraken. In the meantime, let's work into our schedule for next week here. On Tuesday, we have another Good Kraken podcast where we're going to be doing our official review of Andor Season 1, Part 1. And oh boy, are we excited to fucking talk about this one, because me and Devin have been reeling over this show, dude.
You know what's funny? It's like everybody I've told to watch this show, and then they just started watching it. They're like, and like once they get a few episodes in, they're like, "Oh, you weren't kidding." I was like, "Oh, crazy!" It's like you should have listened to me 2 months ago.
I told you fuckers, man. I told you assholes, man. This show's fucking good. It is money, dude, and we're excited to talk about it with you guys on Tuesday. On Wednesday, though, we have a little bit of a switcheroo here. We're doing a little bit of a switch up here. Where instead of Friday, where we have Splash Damage, we're going to be doing Splash Damage on Wednesday, where Devin and I will be continuing our playthrough of the Dark Pictures anthology, The Devil in Me. We're going to be doing part 2, our second stream of potentially probably like 4 is probably where we're going to be laying it out for these bad boys. It's about 7.5, 8 hours when we looked into it about how long the actual story is. We're going to try to hit a couple hours for you guys this week so we can get a good chunk of it knocked down. We're like at the hit. We're at the hit. You can feel it.
Yeah.
Right where
things are about to happen.
Goddamn.
Hopefully there's no more logs you have to walk across.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, hopefully not. Now that I know the fuck up that I made, it should probably be okay. It'll
That
be
was
okay.
hilarious. That
God
was,
damn it, I
was
hate my
money.
life. I hate my fucking life. And then next Thursday, we are going to be doing another Shipwreck Show live recording. We're back after having Thanksgiving off. We're going to be doing it. We're going to be having fun. Come in, hang out with us. If you are a Twitch subscriber and on our Discord, you have a little section on there called the Shipwreck Submissions channel where you can go in and you can write in any question that you want us to answer live on the Shipwreck Show. If you want to put your name out on our content, go ahead, hit us up on there. Our Twitch subscribers are more than welcome to do that for us and with us because we allow you guys to do whatever you want when you give us money because we're shills.
Because you're the real winners.
You're the real winners. You're the real Guardians of the Galaxy around here. You know what I'm saying? And then next Friday, we have a finally Ocean Shrine story time. We'll switch up with that Wednesday thing. But that's going to be me, yours truly, playing the Callisto Protocol. And I am half excited. I am half excited about this game because
Half excited
because it looks fucking good. It looks ill. But I'm going to be shitting my pants for about an hour and a half, guys. It's going to be...
I can't wait to see the clips.
Going to be grand. It's going to be wonderful. All that content is going to be at 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern time. But the next Saturday, we have another Good Kraken podcast at 12 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time, where we're going to be talking the Marvel series versus their specials and which one we think is better so far. We're gonna be talking about that. A lot of people in the industry are having those conversations right now, and we got to make sure that we're jumping on top of the bandwagon. So come in, hang out with us, 12 p.m. Pacific time there, and we're gonna be here for all of you. Guys, please let us know what you thought of the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. Let us know what your scores are. Let us know if you think it is the best Christmas special you've ever seen in your entire life. Probably not, but there's some pretty good Christmas content out there. I don't think this quite gets it. Like Jingle All the Way, that's probably my Christmas movie. You know what I'm saying? Nah, get in the chopper.
Get in the chopper. Oh, you can eat my cookies. Who is your daddy? What does he do?
Okay. This has been the Good Kraken Podcast, your choice for all the nerdy video game and pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you wanted to hear. Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturdays at 12 p.m. right here at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show. If you enjoyed the show, you can head on over to our Discord channel where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive content, and have early access to episodes before they go live on podcasts and video services across the digital sea.
Yerg.
Yug.
I fucking knew that was coming, Devin. Yarg. You can also support us by going to our YouTube channel by clicking that beautiful bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Good Kraken with an exclamation mark and leaving a review there. We got to get rolling on out of here, everybody. But until next time, my friends, stupid little man.
Yeah, the little funny man.
Little funny man.
Podcast. It's a podcast in the Arctic. Yeah.
Okay. Nah.